Well, look what just came in. The owner says it's over 30 years old. He broke a couple of ribs a few years ago, and he says it hasn't probably been started in 10 years. It's an absolute Cadillac of a generator. 600 watt. I just had a little sniff of the gas and it didn't look good. So we're going to do that right now. Road King's teaching me how to film after 9 years of being on YouTube. I know. Okay, let's just tilt this down without breaking anything. It's old. Not a lot in there, although it's a generator. So we're going to have to tilt it right upside down. Not much. So how does the tank look? My next fear. Oh, fair. I've seen worse. Good. Let's get that cover off and see if we can make this thing bark. Might have to take both covers off, I'm not sure. Well, it needs to be cleaned up, that's for darn sure. Okay, the carburetor's on the other side. Isn't that nice? I tell you, you just can't do this anymore when you buy stuff. Look at when I shut, okay, right, see this rod right here? Look, when I shut this off, it actually turns the gas off to the carburetor. So we might be okay. Let's turn. It's as heavy as one twice its size today. And it might even be in this end, I don't know. Oh, we'll have a good look at it. I've had one of these come in. I've had lots that look like it that aren't the quality. And the gentleman that brought this to me, I just went over 2 of his lawnmowers. And he's very happy, so he let me work on this. Oh, there it is. Might need new lines. Okay, let's have a look at the end. It'll be kind of probably a material type. Oh, it's foam. All right. Let's be careful with that bad boy. You don't want to wreck that. Now let's have a little boo in there. Where is the intake? Right there. Okay, I am going to just turn it on. I'm going to cheat and use a little carb spray. Turn the full blast. And we'll see if we can make it bark. Should do something. Although I had it on choke. And it should be barking. Making sure it has oil. Should have done that right off the bat. Yep, it has oil. So do we have a spark? Put a spark indicator on it. Now these aren't solidly perfect, but they do give you an indication. Okay, we should be going. We should see a spark. A spark indicator. I'm not seeing a spark. Gotta go to a different angle. Let's just do the Bruce thing. When I do the bad buzzer sound, that means I've dropped something or torn a fingernail off. Okay. This is the same thing as connecting it to the plug. Now I want to see if we have a spark. No spark. Betcha there must be an on-off button somewhere. Nope. Can I feel anything? Now this is where it gets dangerous. No sir. No spark. Ooh, I don't like that. There's a lot of gizmo goggies in here, eh? For an old generator. That's the generator portion. That's the adjustment for governor. You'd think it would have a switch on and on. I'm just checking the fuse for the AC, it's good. Although that wouldn't affect the engine any. We're not even at that point. I'm really quite unhappy about that. Okay, we gotta get the top off, I guess. Thanks for watching this one, guys. Sorry I was standing in front of you, I get into that, right? No spark. Gotta have spark. So here's the spark plug wire, and well, that's my detector. The spark plug wire comes over there to there. That's it there. Here's the coil. Here's the shutoff for the coil in case you have a low oil or the switch itself is right there. I unplugged that thinking maybe there was a ground coming from inside the control panel, and we still don't have a spark. So unless there's another shutdown on that coil somehow, or it's lost its magnetism or something, right? On the flywheel, right there. So that's where I'm at. I have to shut it down for the day. Alright, I'm taking this coil off right now to see if I can find one in the shed. It looks like something I've never seen before. Pretty weird. Yeah, it's gonna be expensive. There it is. I have to say that I have not seen one of those before. It's got a nice number in it. AS31 Japan. Double stud. So where's the flywheel? Okay, so it does a double, it's doing a double induction. That's pretty weird, man. Something's not right. I'm not seeing the whole picture. Because Japanese stuff just doesn't fail like that. Okay, I'm going to measure it up. Talk to you later, guys. Okay, I went and took the sides off for you. And this DC circuit breaker bothers me a little bit. So I held it down, pulled the rope, and I got a spark. That's all I did. I also cleaned all the contacts on all the switches, right? So let's just get you standing right here on the bench. Good kids now. I got a lot of stuff taken off here, eh? But that's okay. All of the important stuff is still here. Fuel. I'm going to use my occupational health and safety fuel guide again. Oh, yeah, that's safe. We'll just dump that into there. Make that a little bit safer. call here.
Hi, this is the last check.
I don't know what's going on, but we're getting about 10 calls a day from those telemarketers overseas. It's quite upsetting, actually. Okay, we got a little fuel in here. I got to get a tie wrap just to hold that funnel up. We can hold it up just about any way, right? Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Might work, might not. We're going to have to tease it. And we'll use some actual fuel. 2-stroke. I always put too much in. You guys always say, you put so much in! That's alright, it'll run for a second. Now let's just have a look at this carburetor. She's on half choke, which is perfect. I'm going to hold this, well, I don't know. Now that we can actually do a spark test, come on, baby, I'm looking for the spark indicator. Indicator, give me long distance. Okay, just going to see if we got a zapparoo here. Okay. It just doesn't get any better than that, eh? I thought it might drink some fuel, but we may have to take the carb off now. But now I can work on it. Oh. Hello, Delaware. Leave us alone, please. My wife's trying to sleep with our great niece and that thing rattles away. Okay, so now we're going to squirt some hydrocarbons right into the carburetor. And we're going to dump a little more fuel into the carburetor. I doubt very much whether it's actually going to do anything. Temperature controlled choke. Is the gas turned on? Yes, sirree, Bob. Wants to, hey? Let's just keep playing with that. Wouldn't that be nice if it caught? We're close. Tastes awful.
Hello there.
Oh, is that Eddie?
Yep. How are you doing?
Oh, I just got a mouthful of gas. I don't usually do that very often anymore. Come on in. I'm having a good time. Now, I'll take you off the YouTube there. Okay, so now you saw the little machine running. So now I'm just going to, that's interesting. Just going to take the bowl off this carburetor. And have a look inside. Not that bad, really. Now we're losing our gas. That's great. I wonder if my little tool that was given to me, I wish I could remember the name of all these great subscribers that send me all these fantastic tools, eh? Will that work? No. I think I'll take that off. 221. Good. So right on the side here now, we got to take the clip off for the choke. Good. The governor arm. And that should pull out. Oh, we're going to disconnect the gas line here. That old gas smells like duck slough. I don't know how many of you guys have smelled a duck slough. So we're cleaning the carb. We're that close. We'll take this off. Good. Okay, well, we just about dismantled that entire generator. So something happened, and I remembered now that some of these generators use the 12-volt circuit that's generated just as you pull the rope, and then that sends signal back to the coil to fire. It's a pretty basic one. Look at that, eh? You don't see motion tubes like that anymore. There's only one hole there and two holes there. 2 and 1. So I'm just going to clean this carburetor up a little bit. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, and maybe we can fire this generator up. I'll disconnect you and back you up. Okay, I've got the generator upside down because I've already installed the carburetor, and so I didn't want to take the carburetor back off because it's pretty fiddly. So there we are at 7 pounds with the generator upside down. I'll just turn it back the right way, and then we'll do a quick process test here. It's not going to run very good because there's going to be oil everywhere. Okay, so carburetor. We may have to put the whole cover on here. Okay, I'll be back in a bit, guys. Okay, I just about put everything away, looking for those little bolts, and that's why I don't like the magnetic trays as much as some guys do. Aha! That's just going to hold the carburetor on, right? Okay. Now, everything's connected. Put back kind of where it's supposed to be. And we're going to just hook this onto something. Good. Put a little tiny bit of fuel in that, clean fuel in that occupational health and safety approved gas tank funnel. Slowly drinking. Now we need to make sure it's going to generate electricity. What wattage is this drill? 4 amps. And what is this guy? 5 amps. This drill is the limit of the generator. Just in case it fires up, right? Okay, it drank all the fuel. Did it lose all the fuel? No, sir. Okay, we should fire. You guys ready? I'll back you up a little bit. Fire extinguishers on hand at all times. Isn't that cool? So I forgot. It's like a car with a 12-volt coil. And that's why the coil isn't mounted right over the magnet. There's no magnets in the flywheel. It's totally separated and run by this little controller over here. Ha ha! I forgot about that. So it's more like a car ignition. Okay, we gotta check the time and see how we're doing. I'm pumped. I spent about 3 hours looking online for a coil because we had no spark, eh? Alright, my friends. I'm starting to put it back together again. It's got some interesting features, eh? This is just a drain on this hose is just a drain for the overflow on the tank. This I love. I wish all gas cocks work this way. Let's see if I can get this on here. It's almost on. There it is. And then this just pops down. Isn't that cool? So now we have control over fuel. There we go. I don't know if that just hangs down there or I think it does. Let me just check earlier on in an earlier video. Alright, we're going to put this back together again. I've got it running. I've wiped everything down. I got the dust off of everything. And I'm just a little bit gun shy as to why I have all these screws left over. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws. Ah, so the screws hold the side panels. That's what it is. Got it. The screws go into here, and the bolts go into here. We are there, baby. All right. We're not going to tighten anything up till we get her mostly built. But we can cheat a little bit. Okay. Now I don't want to tighten anything up because I've learned over the years, this is much like, not the equipment, but assembling stuff is what I kind of did a lot of. Now this is not a GIS bit here, but I'm not going to torque on it. Everything's metal, so there's no plastic to strip out. Oh, I'm going to have to tighten those end ones before I do this. Now I'm going to put the gas cap on because we need real world life situation here. Okay. Meter, we have just our screws left for the assembly and an air cleaner. I should start up and go. That's okay. Alright, I'm going to turn you off. We're just going to change the oil right here. I guess you might as well watch. Hopefully I don't crash anything, eh? Oh, a little bit of gas squirting out the top. Did we turn the gas off? Yes, the gas is off. Don't like that. I could lose a little bit of fuel. There can't be much oil left in that now. Okay. Now, I'm going to measure that. I heard it takes like 0.3 of a liter or something. Anyway, this will do it. And just let that drain out. It'll be close. Over there. And so now, folks, we are gonna just turn you off and come back when we put some oil in that bad boy. So under 70 to 80% load, I dropped to 120 volts. It's a small generator, right? And it has the phase markings on here, and I think they wiggle when the phase is at the right spot. Kind of strange, but that's how it is. So thanks, guys. If I got anything else happening, we'll come and have a look. Thanks. See that's vibrating right at 60 there? I don't know if you can see that. And we're at 117 volts. Let's see how the drill does. I think I need a little more oomph than that. Let's just turn it up a little bit. Watch the frequency. Should start vibrating as we reduce our 60. Now we're way down, eh? So we gotta kind of find a happy medium. There's 60 hertz right there. See it vibrating? I hope. I gotta take the voltage up a little more. That'll do. It's kind of a happy medium, eh? Good. Let's see if I can lock that in there. Alrighty. Let's just get the meter up so you can maybe see it. I want to be running at about 125 volts just because it's a smaller generator and it just needs the extra recovery when it goes under a load. 600 watt. I mean, that's pretty small. I'll tell you what it says. Okay, units on. Don't forget I had it tilted for a bit. Can't fuck with it anymore.